just get right into it, folks. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is That Range Life, a channel sometimes about golf. Do me a favor, right in the beginning, like I always ask you to do, go down below, just give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. Just do me that favor, it doesn't hurt you. It helps with the algorithm and all those things, so if you don't mind doing it right out of the gate, really appreciate it. Hit subscribe, and then hit the bell so you get notified every time we post a video here on the channel. My name is Bill Bush from DriveRangeHeroes.com. You can follow me at Range Heroes on pretty much all of the social media platforms. All right, so I'm on spring break technically as I'm recording this. Who knows when it'll get released? But the golf doesn't stop. The business keeps on moving, and boxes keep showing up at the house. So I got a new one today. I'm not totally sure what it is. I'm excited based on where it came from. And the brand. I have never had something. Did anybody see that? I hope I can edit in all this knife safety we talk about, and I just almost. Whew. Now I'm self-conscious about cutting this open. As I was saying, I've never had something from these guys before, and I've heard nothing but great things. So I am super curious to see what this thing looks like. I've seen them in hand. I've seen them in person, and but I've never used one of these, and I've certainly never thoroughly tested one. So I'm excited to get the opportunity. Just don't know what it is. Let's see. Oh, it's good looking grip. A new putter from Evnroll. All right, the Evnroll putter we have here is the ER8. Let me rip her open here. We can talk a little bit more about what I've learned and my limited knowledge of Evnroll. So one thing I'll say to get going here. You know what? We'll worry about the grip plastic later. This is really on here, nice and protected. That's a good thing. I don't know how much people know this today, or if it's well known. I guess it should say, but designed by Garen Reif. I'm a big fan of Garen Reif and his work. His original putter brand, Reif Putters. I was an early adopter of that. Absolutely loved it. I played the God, what was it? The Reif. I played a Reif Antigua, but not a retail version. I had the tour version with plumber's neck on it, and it was really, really nice. Loved that putter for a really long time. And they had these grooves across the face that ran horizontally, and the idea was you had a kind of more forward, tighter roll, and is a little more forgiving and more consistent, and it worked. I was a big believer in it. Well, Garen Reif would go on to get into this game with his company and form this company, Evnroll, and design putters for these guys. And by all accounts, it's really good stuff. And 100% milled putter heads, all right? So this is premium, big-time stuff. And you see some similarities, I would say, to those things I liked in Reif putters before that we'll talk about here shortly. So anyway, this one here is the ER8. And this is their player's mallet. And, you know, I read something when I was reading about this putter that I think they put well. And I talk about those and quite a bit on my website. That putter that falls somewhere between like they call them mid mallets oftentimes, but between a blade and a mallet putter. So there's something about it that gives you a little bit of a blade feel, but, it's definitely a mallet. And I think they would say this ER8 falls into that. It's your D-shaped mallet. And the way they phrased it, and you can kind of see there's like, I'll put a picture in here, but there's three areas when you look at it from a dress. You have the top line, this middle section, and then the tail line. And they said the soft tail line makes it so when you look down at the putter, your eye really focuses on the blade part of it. So it almost looks like to your eye, you're looking down at a blade, but you have a little bit more size to give you a little bit of confidence and maybe a little more forgiveness in your putter. So it's a good point. Looking over this, you definitely focus on that the blade profile characteristic of it, but then there is that rear portion of it, the softer tail line. So that was well put. Hats off, Evnroll. Good job. Thinner top line, so it's not super thick. It's not super narrow either. It does have a little bit of an overhang. There's in the milled out pocket, so it is going to be a little thinner. Typically, that means a little bit of a clickier sound. I don't know if that'll be the case here. We're going to find out, obviously, in testing, but there's also some impacts to, I think, what will influence the sound that we'll talk about shortly. What else? Single bend shaft in it, so you have a little bit of a toe hang, but it's still good for a straight back, straight through putting style. Okay. What else? Let's go into that. What I was saying about impacting sound and feel and whatnot. The face insert. This is a polymer backed aluminum insert. So it's going to be, theoretically, it'll feel softer. That polymer will dampen a lot of that sound or whatever. So while a thinner face tends to be a little clickier, that polymer behind this aluminum face will dampen it a bit. And aluminum is also a softer metal, so that too should help it out. We'll see. We'll find out what it actually sounds like, but that's neat. SweetFace groove technology, and this is where the similarities and would say things that reminded me of maybe some of those classics that I've mentioned before, Rife putters, parallel horizontal running grooves in the insert again, and the idea is it's uniform performance across the face. So if you miss a little towards the toe, the heel, etc., you shouldn't be punished for it, and you should still be able to hit a decent putt, at least, especially with your distance control, and that's a big thing. That putter forgiveness, like, hey, you don't hit it on line, but you want to hit your speeds and distances right. So getting you some forgiveness, as opposed to if you start coming up way short off the toe and heel. That's what I meant to say. Giving you some help there, so at least you're getting the ball to the lengths you're looking to hit it, and minimizing your damage on a miss hit. Hopefully you find the center of the face or the sweet spot, generous or not. I feel like this should have a pretty generous sweet spot. And you don't have to worry about it, but if you do venture away a little bit, they'll help you out with this SweetFace groove technology. Then they talk about something called zero dispersion, so aka more accurate. There's going to be more accuracy. And the idea, I kind of have to figure out what this means, but you'll be consistently redirected down to the target line and sort of like channeling it. I don't know how. Well, I guess I'll find out in my testing what that means. But there's these the grooves are more like they're not like boxes or rectangles, but they're more of a V shape, and apparently that makes the strike. That's what helps with that distance control I was mentioning before, and keeping a tighter dispersion and a more accurate putts. What else? Like I said, this grip's pretty slick looking. Your oversized pistol grip, nice Evnroll graphic down it, white. It's pretty sharp. Head cover is really nice, high quality stuff. I like that head cover a lot. And then it looks here like there are some adjustable or removable weights. I'll have to look into. It didn't come with any weights, I don't think. Yeah, it didn't come with any extra weights, so I imagine you can order weights from Evnroll to change your weight, your balance, all those things, and get your putter feeling how you want it to. This feels pretty hefty. I'm sure I'll be fine with this weight setup, but yeah, removable weights. And I just noticed this, catching the light the right way. So while you have an alignment line here on the flange, that'll help. There's also two little like milled, they're not filled with anything, but two little milled dots on the top line for getting your putt lined up and behind the ball where you want it. Pretty neat. Okay, I'm actually very excited about this putter. It's reminiscent of my gamer, and hopefully, golf season's breaking here. I'll get to test it outside soon, play some real golf with it. That'll be great. Don't forget, go down below, hit subscribe, hit the bell, do all those things. We really appreciate it. Go follow me over at Range Heroes, and yeah, Evnroll ER8, there it is. Exciting stuff. See you next time.